Welcome back to Granite Gardens, guys. My name is Tyler. I'll be your host for this video. I'm trying to get more out of the behind the scenes, behind the camera aspect and get in front of the camera a little bit more as much as I can. But today we are going to talk about the food forest, myself, and possibly even the tropical food forest. So a little bit of background on me, the more relevant new stuff. I currently work as an electrical apprentice at a very large community retirement kind of area. It's about 147 acres, single family homes, apartments, assisted living, skilled nursing, live at home, all these kind of things. This is my second year in the trade. This September I'll start my third year of trade school, and then one more year after that and I'll be good. So gardening. Way back when, I give my parents a lot of props. They always helped me become exactly who I am. My mom taught me everything I know about cooking. She got me started with the whole gardening thing. They always had pots of vegetables and stuff like that when we were growing up. They let us grow some stuff. And my first job actually was at a plant nursery, and I actually worked outside in the actual nursery on more of the outside landscaping type stuff, trees, fruit trees, shrubs, stuff like that. And that's where I learned a lot about a lot of different things. So that really, those two things, my mom and my first job, is really what got me started on the whole gardening thing. And then I got older and I just started learning more and more and got more and more interested in it. So that's what led me into my current obsession of permaculture, which permaculture on a small scale looks a lot different than what normal people would call permaculture. And I think that at this day and age, a lot of us don't have a whole lot of space, so we have to make do with what we have. And you absolutely can do permaculture in a small scale setting. Now, there's also a wide variety of things that fall into the permaculture category. So like even the comfrey tea that we do, that's technically permaculture because we're not just growing something to look nice, we're growing it for multiple uses. And the whole premise behind permaculture is really just having a space where everything is recycled. You don't just plant one thing here and one thing there. You don't just have a straight grass lawn. There's an ecosystem that you're trying to build of beneficial plants that help each other, pollinators to bring in the bees. You do comfrey to make tea. You grow legumes to put nitrogen back into the ground. And it's great because the plan this year with these beans is we're actually going to cut the stalks at the bottom, pull as much as that main root ball right out the middle out, and leave the rest of the root system in the ground. So as that decays, it adds biomass, releases that nitrogen back to the rest of the plants, and the next round of whatever goes in there will have a head start. So I'm gonna take you over to the food forest right now. Well, this is the food forest. It's looking a little overgrown because we are between sections of cutting the comfrey, which is all this broadleaf stuff in the front. We're in the transitional period between loads of comfrey tea, so this will all get cut down. You can see they do flower. This specific type actually spreads through the roots only. These flowers will not go to seed, but I like to leave mainly the stalks up for a while until they bloom. And then once the buds fall off, I actually cut them all down and use them for the comfrey tea. This allows the pollinators to come in. So these two right here are pawpaws. I've got two more pawpaws down there. That's actually a native North American fruit that is pretty similar to like an avocado in looks, the smooth skin ones. And they actually taste more like a banana with ice cream, maybe. They're delicious. If you haven't looked them up, please do. Give them a try. They are amazing. So that's one of the elderberries. Over here is one of the other elderberries, and he actually died off in the summer last year and decided to come back. So I'm super excited that he decided to come and make it. These are the two pawpaws. This actually is the St. John's wort. It does, the flowers have a medicinal property. A lot of people say it's mood stability that it will help with. Those are actually going to get ripped out. I believe that they were supposed to be a creeping variety, but they're not. This is one of the kiwis in the front. This is the older one. That guy right there. And that guy over there, I'll show you again. Those are the younger kiwis. These are the figs. 1 fig, 2 fig. Goji berry right here. Like I said, he hasn't done much in the last year, so we're not sure if he's gonna make it or not. These are actually just this year's addition for right now. These are actually sunchokes. First time growing those, should be pretty exciting. Another fig, and the other kiwi. So you got to see the food forest. It's going along, it's getting there. A lot of these plants grow well together. I made sure not to plant anything that would have harsh interactions with each other. The St. John's wort, like I said, got way too big, so we'll be pulling all that out. That was not supposed to happen. I need room for the kiwis, the figs, the pawpaws to grow, and that big of a plant back there is just not good news. So this is my first attempt at permaculture. It's not perfect. I actually started with the lasagna bed method of building the soil up, soil conditioning. So if you are not familiar with that is like newspaper, mulch, compost, cardboard, mulch, compost, more newspaper, hay, straw. Just keep building and building and building until you get a nice 6 to 8 inch layer. And you do that because that will help bring all the good stuff up out of the soil, worms, beneficial fungi, stuff like that. And it will also return a lot of nutrients back down into the ground. And it actually did soften the ground a little bit, but didn't really overall create like a fantastic ecosystem. But we did just do that in 1 year. So generally when you want to build up the ground like that, you actually want to do it well in advance of when you ever plan on planting something there. So I totally just talked for about 5 minutes without the camera on. Nice. I'm not used to this. So the pawpaws, please check them out. Research, look into them, see if you can get them. If you can, great, do it. They're awesome. They are more of like a slightly overripe banana consistency, and they kind of taste like a banana and maybe ice cream, depending on the variety that you get. They're great. Maybe even like a hint of apple. They have large center tap roots, which go along with the comfrey, who also have large center tap roots, and that helps bring a lot of the deep nutrients up out of the ground and into the plant, which means that their surface roots won't really interact too well in a negative manner, which is great because that's the whole thing we're trying to do over here, is keep everything symbiotic, everything in harmony. That way everything does well, everything helps each other, they all help us. And that's really the whole idea behind this food forest. I actually got started because of Michael Judd. He does a lot of permaculture on his property. Please do go check out him, Michael Judd, J-U-D-D. He is a great example of what you can do with permaculture over the years and really build into an amazing property. Bill Mollison, I think is his name. He's the other guy that really got me going on it. I actually bought a book from him, and it's like more of the introductory section of permaculture. It lets you get an idea of some of the ideas behind everything, how it works, and really as a new beginner trying to build up the skills. That way if you ever do, you maybe not, we might not, but one day hopefully we get the opportunity to have a large property with a long-term goal that we can set and really plan for something that'll last forever, doesn't need much maintenance, but still provides us with food, shelter, resources, material, all that kind of good stuff. So I'm going to take you up there to a tour for the food forest. It's relatively close to the road, and we have a lot of diesel trucks out here that love beating their chest. So it gets loud out there, so it'll probably be pretty quick, and then I'll bring you back over here, kind of explain the whole process behind that, why I did it, why it looks the way it does, and hopefully you guys can take a look and enjoy it. All right, guys, so here is the tropical food forest. As you can see, we've got a banana. The one in the front is actually an ornamental banana. These two potentially will actually grow bananas that are blue, the little small finger ones, and taste like vanilla ice cream. These large ones around the outside are actually cannas. They're all red. I've got lilies in the front, daffodils in the middle, zebra grass. And here's one of the 3 elderberries that will actually be up here, right there. And guys, check this out. This is a brand new banana this year, and it's already got 3 babies on it. 3 babies! All right, so you saw the food forest. I actually brought you to a little weird place. It's under our deck. But I'll show you a quick glimpse of what I'm doing under here. It's just something fun and different that I don't think people really take this space for what it's worth. You know, it's very shaded, so you do have to pay attention to what you put down here, but you can turn it into something fun. So you saw the food forest up there. The 2 actual fruiting banana plants, those are called Blue Java Ice Cream Banana Plants. They're something new I've never seen before, and as soon as I saw them, I jumped on it. They're actually a Zone 8 banana, and we are in Zone B. So it may be a task to overwinter them, but I've looked up a lot of research on how to do that and what you really are trying to fight to stop that from happening. I'll probably end up doing a video on it. That way you guys can see the preparation, and then next year you'll see the aftermath. So those 2 will fruit. The other one we actually just got for free from a plant swap, and it's been doing great. This is its first winter that it made it through, and it did good. It's already nice and tall. The elderberry that was up there, you saw that. We're actually getting 3 different varieties that'll go in there. The 2 that are in the food forest over here with the Pawpaws, we don't even know their variety. We just got those for free as well. The other 3, I think they're John's, Nova, and Wildwood, I think is what they were called. 3 different varietals will make great pollination, make sure there's no issues with pollination at all. So that is going to be amazing. And the whole premise behind the tropical garden food forest was just to make sure that we could have something different. Hopefully I'm in front of the camera enough so you guys can learn a little bit more about me. I am different. I like doing things differently. I like being out there, outside the box, and it's definitely gotten me some good things. The food forest is one good example. I had no idea what I was really doing when I first started that going. All I wanted was a space for the Pawpaws. And then the more I learned about permaculture and listened and read Michael Judd's book and Bill Mollison's book, I really started to learn how to really make things coalesce and become a harmonious relationship. And I try to bring that same methodology to my entire life, trying to keep everything in harmony. So the cannas, the bananas, they all have those big, broad tropical leaves that you're used to. The lilies and the daffodils, not very tropical, but they do have like the look, and they bring the nice big flowers. I'm hoping to get some elephant ears in there if they don't get too big. If not, maybe put them on the sides just for a little something something. And really that's it. The food forest is probably about as full as it's going to get. Once the St. John's wort comes out, I may start to move things here in the fall before things go dormant. That way I can get them established somewhere new that'll give them more room to grow. Same thing with the tropical garden out front. It is not done yet. We're still going to be adding stuff to it. I'm just trying to keep the theme going. I don't want to rush things and just plant something strange up there. I also don't want any annuals up there, because up there I just put the wheat fabric down on the ground. That way no grass. I don't have to kill the grass. Well, I am killing the grass, but I don't have to dig up the grass. And as that dies, same thing, it'll add biomass to the ground, kind of like compost. Of course, grass doesn't have a whole lot in it, so it won't be too dramatic, but it'll be good. It'll add something, which is better than nothing. So I'm still on the search. If you guys have any opinions, options of tropical type stuff that grows around 7A, B, please let me know. I'll take a look at it and see if I can fit it in there anywhere. And if you have any questions about me, what we got going on, feel free to reach out. We're always around. We're always listening. And I'll give you one last look under here of all the stuff I got going on. And then we'll part ways for now. So under here, it's really nothing special. A lot of hostas, some ferns, interplanted pretty close together so they get nice and bushy as they get older. That's my favorite hosta out there. He's got big green leaves, nice pretty flowers. I'll take you over there. And this was all just on a whim. I got a really cheap lead on some hostas and some ferns, bare roots, so I just bought them and planted them down here. I actually had to go through 2 rounds because they didn't take the first time. And then the second year afterward, some of these ferns that I planted the year before that never came up, they actually came up. So over here, this is my favorite hosta. Look at his flowers. Her flowers. And some hostas. I also want to give a quick shout out to my dad. You know, he was raised in kind of the same aspect where he got to grow some stuff here and there, but he actually gave me the huge driving force that helped me become who I am as a man, to have the work ethic that I do, strive to be better than the day before. And just a huge shout out to him too. Both my parents together just did a great job raising me, and I'm so happy to be their son, and I think they deserve a little recognition for everything that I am today. So thank you guys, and that's it for them. So that's it for me today. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you learned a little something, at least about me. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get from behind the camera a little bit more, get out in front. Social anxiety taking hold. But I hope you guys learned something, had some fun, got a few laughs out of it, and we look forward to sharing more with you soon. Until next time.